Man, we've been trying to talk to
There
him.
he is.
Yeah, baby.
Guys.
Sione Takitaki.
Thank you for the patience, Takitaki. We appreciate it.
Yeah, we figured it out. Technology is it's great and it sucks all at the same time.
Hey, Sione, let's start with this. Obviously, you've been getting a little more action each week has gone by. You're going to be asked to do, obviously, a lot this week because it appears you're going to be down some guys defensively. How tough is this going into this Week 4 game? I mean, at this point, at least we don't. Maybe you know more than we do, but knowing that there's going to be some starters out, how much of a challenge is that? Or is it just, hey, next man up, doesn't matter, let's go?
Yeah, man. Obviously, it sucks to get guys out, man. That's the nature of the game. But guys went down, and it's kind of what we preach in our room, next man up, and kind of in this building to last in this league. You know what I mean? You got to be ready when your number is called. So it'll be exciting to get some more playing time, but also it'll be good to get some guys back once guys get healthy.
Sione, it's been really fun to watch you progress in your role with the team and take on a bigger role. How would you characterize your time with the Browns and where you are right now with this team?
Yeah. I came in work in progress. You know what I mean. The NFL is a different beast, but I feel like over my time I've definitely grown in my game, and I feel like as time gets going, I feel like my best years are in front of me. So, just keep taking advantage of the opportunities I do have, and every time I touch the field, try to do my job, do my 111, and just keep proving to this team that I can play.
You had a really nice play last week where you kind of dropped back into coverage, and I think they were throwing a seam route, and you just turned and hauled and turned and got in front of the receiver and kind of broke it up. What would you say your strong suit is in terms of run fits, or whether it's guarding or doing the pass? What would you say is one of your strong suits?
Yeah, I feel like I play the run real natural. You know what I mean? I'm more of a physical linebacker coming out of the college, but I feel like, that's one thing that I've grown in my game is pass coverage. You know what I mean? When I first came in, I was a thumper, but when I get out there, I could just continue to show people I can cover too. But yeah, I appreciate you pointing out that one play, man. I was just doing my job, nothing real, special, just dropping in my hook. Knew that there was a special coming from the other side of the field, and just kind of attacked. I had John Johnson behind me who kind of played it too, so we were able to knock it out, and that was a crucial play in the game.
Well, Sione, G played D-line at Ohio University, so he appreciates a good big man chasing down
I'm rooting for you, shoot, especially when you're a D lineman and they let you drop in the coverage, you'd be like, oh my gosh, I'm trying to get a pick. Yeah, I'm all for you, bro. I'll be living through you.
Yes, sir. Yeah, it happens all the time, man. It happens all the time. When those big guys, those deep tackles, when it's empty, and you got them lightning left, lightning right, you drop out, and they just don't see you. Your quarterbacks just throw it right to you, you know what I mean? But, yeah.
All right, that's enough football talk. Tell us about what you like to do away from the field in your spare time.
Yeah, man. I like hiking. I like fishing. Obviously, Cleveland has some good fishing here, but I went to college in Utah, so I really didn't know anything about hiking. I was come from the city, didn't really get out too much. And then when I got to college, man, I went to school in college in Utah, and I was able to get out, see some of the national parks, and I kind of just fell in love with it. So, that's kind of some things I like to do, man. Kind of get out there and hike. Zion's National Park. Bryan's. There's some cool hiking in Utah. You guys need to go if you guys haven't been, man.
It's beautiful. It is.
Beautiful.
It's beautiful. What do you think of Cleveland so far? I mean, it's clearly different than Utah. How have you taken to Cleveland? I know you say you like the metro parks here are great, but Cleveland as a city, when you're on the phone with your boys back home, how do you explain Cleveland to them?
I love Cleveland, man. When I first came out here, I was like, man, the first thing that I noticed, it was just flat. It was something to kind of get adjusted to, but
not quite Utah.
You know what I mean? Not as many hills. I'm originally from California, so I got some. You see some hills here and there. And then going to school in Utah, you see some mountains. But when I got here, it was flat. I was like, man, it was just kind of, I had to take some growth. But now, man, I love Cleveland, man. I feel like, once I got used to it, it fits me. You know what I mean? It's a blue collar, hard working place, and I feel like it fits in line with what I'm about. So I love it here, man. you guys said the lakes here are amazing. All this land, it's beautiful. You get all the seasons too. You know, it snows. Then summer is amazing. That's what people sleep on. They kind of sleep on Cleveland. You know, we got some sleeper activities out here, so they need to get out here, man, and enjoy it, see it, check it out.
Do you run into people, like when you run into fans, what do they say to you most often? Do you always get recognized? Can you fit into the crowd at all? Like, how does that work?
Yeah, you know, I get recognized here and there because, you know what I mean, I'm a Polynesian kid, you know what I mean? They're like, what am I? Is he a big Mexican? What is he? You know what I mean? Kind of, you know, and I'm out here in the Midwest, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm out here in the Midwest. You don't see a lot of Polynesians.
No, definitely not.
So I would say I definitely stand out because of that. But, you know, when they see me, I would say that too. Also about Cleveland, man, #1 fans. They go crazy about their sports. That's something that I noticed right when I got to the Midwest. You know, you come from the West Coast, you know, you get some fans here and there. They're all, you know, love it or not. But here in the Midwest, man, they love their football. They love their basketball, you know, baseball. You went to Ohio State. They love Ohio State. So just right off the back, man, the fans are amazing. And that's definitely something, if I'm at the store or something, I bump into some fans. It's awesome.
What's your best fishing story? You got to have a good one.
Yeah, man. You know what? Actually, there's this pond by my house, man. Me and my wife, by the place we stay, and they got some nice bass in there. Some trout too. And I literally just go. It's not that big, you know. It's not a big pond, but they got a ton of bass that's in there. And you know, they got probably some 6-pounders, some 8-pounders. You know what I mean? Some good sized bass. So I would say I probably caught the same. You know, I probably catch the same fish here and there, but it's just cool. It's just cool to go over there and just keep catching. You know what I mean?
Sione, you got to start tagging them to see if you catch them again.
And name them.
I get the good size one. I'm like, man, I think this was one that I caught like 2 months ago. But
call the biggest one, Miles Garrett.
MG, no, yeah.
MG.
You strike me as one who could like just jump in and catch it with your bare hands.
Maybe.
Just jump in the water and catch it with your bare. You don't even need a pole.
Right.
Speaking of which, if you had to predict one teammate, if you had to call one teammate that would be most likely to catch a fish and then eat it raw, who would that be?
Man.
What teammate would be?
Taven Bryan.
Taven Bryan. Okay.
He's a lunatic. That's what you're telling us. He's a lunatic.
You know what I mean? He's from Wyoming. He fishes a ton. We talk about it all the time. So that's easy right there.
All right, that was.
Have you been on Lake Erie yet? Have you done any perch or walleye fishing?
No. I've been right there off the dock, but you know, I really haven't gotten out. There's a lot of people that tell me, you know, I need to go out, but that's you know, like I said, man, Cleveland has a lot of fun stuff to do. So that's just one that's just on the list. That's just waiting.
Absolutely.
I mean, let me ask you this. I want to ask your essentials. If you had a carry-on bag, right, and all you had is this carry-on bag, and you got stranded somewhere, what is your 10 essentials that you have to have in your bag?
Am I getting stranded on like an island by myself, or am I?
No,
getting
you got
stranded
some. It's like a vacation resort. You didn't get stranded. They just got, you know.
But you can't buy anything.
But you can't buy nothing, so you got to have 10 essentials.
Yeah.
What would you bring?
I'll bring probably an extra pair of clothes.
All right.
You can pack some food.
Yeah, you get some food. What would it be?
I'll pack some food. Probably some chips, a couple sandwiches. PB&J, keep it nice and simple.
I like those.
Nice.
Uncrustables are crazy.
Uncrustables go crazy. Strawberry flavor for me.
Oh,
nice.
And
what about a video game machine? Are you a gamer or no?
I'm not really a big gamer. I would play with my buddies just to keep up with them a little bit Madden. You know what? If I was stranded and, you know, I was on vacation, I'd probably bring my system, you know what I mean, to play here and there. But
nice.
Not #1 on the list. Yeah, I feel like you don't really need too much if you're on vacation. You know what I mean? I'd probably bring my wallet for sure. You know what I mean? Because you're out.
What you can have music from one artist. Who is it?
One artist?
Yeah.
I'm Polynesian, so J Boog, you know what I mean?
Okay. I have Polynesian friends. That's very good.
Reggae, you know, because you're on vacation, probably by the beach.
I'm curious. You mentioned, of course, that you're from California originally. In California, there's like a great Mexican. Right? You mentioned people think you might be Mexican. I know you're not, but in California, there's like a great Mexican restaurant like every 3 stores. It's a lot harder to find good Mexican food in Cleveland. Have you found a good Mexican spot here?
How do you even know he likes Mexican food?
He's from California.
No,
Everybody in California likes Mexican food.
No, you're right. You know, the Mexican food in California is amazing. Obviously, Mexico's right there, but I really haven't found one that's out here yet. But you know, if you guys got one in mind, I definitely love to check it out. I love Mexican food. So,
See, I told you.
Our producer Mikey McNuggets has a question for you. Go ahead, Mike.
I know in the locker room you guys get to see sides of players that we don't see. What's Nick Chubb like when he's not saying nothing to us?
Great question.
Good one.
Nick Chubb is a fun guy in the locker room. You know, we got like a 2-square game that we play in the locker room. You know, just kind of like a little dodgeball.
Yeah.
And actually, Nick Chubb is probably one of the best players. You know, right now in the locker room, he has a good record, and he's probably one of the guys that's consistently on the little court in the locker room playing against dudes. So he's a fun dude, man. He could definitely get quiet, obviously, but Nick Chubb is a good leader, leads by example, and a fun dude in the locker.
Who's your funniest teammate?
Oh man, there's a lot of them. I would say Richard LeCount. He always keeps us all laughing in the locker room. Definitely, you know, he just keeps us laughing, man.
You need that guy. That's very important on a team, to have somebody that can keep it light and funny all the time.
For sure. I'm trying to get people to get on the bandwagon. I like what they've done so far. You guys banging and smashing the guitars is sweet. I like the logo in the middle of the field, but I'm trying to get this petition together for an alternate helmet. Now, if the Browns had an alternate helmet, which color would you pick?
Man, you know what? I probably pick a black helmet. You know, we have some all black uniforms with some orange and white trim. You know what I mean? I think we pull it out probably once or twice every year. I'll be a fan of that, or white.
Ohio State rocked the all black on Saturday, and I thought it was one of their freshest looks I've ever seen.
Clean.
It was great.
You know what I mean? Have an all blackout uniform, man.
There you go.
Hey, put that word in. Please do that for us. Put that word in.
Hey,
You know a couple people.
How sweet was it beating the Steelers last week?
It was a good feeling. You know, obviously that's a conference game, so all conference game, every game matters. But definitely when you get to beat up on a conference rival, it's always good to get the W. And I feel like as a team we went out there, played together, and got the W. So it felt good.
One quick one before we let you go, because I know you got work to do. What's the mindset going in to Atlanta? This is a team that loves to run the ball. When you look at what they've done offensively, they've averaged 27 points a game for the 3 games. What's the approach against this Falcons offense?
Going in, I would say probably one of the keys is just don't beat ourselves.
I froze up.
He was in the process of saying don't beat ourselves, and I think his signal froze. So I think we lost him. I know
we had to let him go in a second anyway.
Yeah, we were at the end of the window.
He had to put more quarters in the meter.